Hey guys, Mr. J here. Welcome back to another Frostborn video. So this is season 1, episode 2 for the free play series. Welcome to a brand new video. So today's video I want to go over a lot of stuff here that you should know as a free play player. So the first thing you should know once you have joined the game in Frostborn, you're basically a newbie, right? So what happens is that you basically have a guardian spirit above you, but you're not able to see it. There's also no buffs or anything that states that you are a newbie player that has a guardian. This is a season 26 update patch note. If I'm not correct, I probably state the season that this patch note came out, but a lot of people don't know. Once you're new to the game, once you are a new player, you will not get raided. You cannot get raided as a new player. Your base is not able to get raided. The dev should probably add like a shield or something here to state that you won't get raided unless you click raid. So yeah, that's a perk for new beginner players, is that you will never get raided unless you raid a person, or unless you join a family with an inexperienced player, or with an experienced player I should say, then your base is able to get raided. So that's what you should know, is that once you don't click raid as a new beginner player, you'll never get raided. You don't have to click raid to get a shield. You could just stay shieldless for a while. Now, the thing that I don't know is, when will you become a experienced player to then be able to get raided? But what I'm thinking here, maybe it's when you have finished the Immortal Path. That's when you might be able to, start getting raided and stuff. Not exactly sure, because the game didn't make it very clear. But I hope they do like make something to show that, or a buff or something to show that you are a new beginner player and that you're not able to get raided here. But further ado, let's go ahead and build right here as well. Just got to build a 3x3 to put some stuff. So what this does, right? Once you put stuff at your spawn point, then it makes it way more easier. So this is a tip, right? You make it more easier to access stuff, right? If you have like a chest, and if you have like a workbenches very, very close to your spawn point, you'll not get it's not going to be time consuming to go to chest to place stuff. So this is just a beginner, starter, or the best way to start building your base is to build it very close to the spawn point, right, where you get spawned into the base. I think that's the best route to take. I think we should probably take this, and let's go ahead and move this right here. Another thing you should know as a new beginner player is that there are levels, right? You have to get levels to be able to equip bow. Like for example, you have to be at level 13 to equip a green bow, which is quite beautiful. Reason why this is beautiful here, it makes you level up in the game to then be able to use that specific item. So if you're really new and you're very low level, it would make sense to use these basic gear, or the basic tier, common, I think it's called the common tier. You can use this tier to get gears, weapons, and make those, and you use those right until you get to a higher level. Then you'll be able to equip green bow and stuff like that. What this does is it produces a balance to the game. It makes a balanced game. Just like any other game, you'd have to be at a certain level to equip certain weapons and armor. For example, Diablo Immortal. I'm not a fan of that game, but you need specific levels to be able to level up and equip. And that's the reason why, purple, blue gear, and legendary as well, you have to be at a certain level to equip those as well. Now, what the devs are trying to cut out is that they're trying to cut out persons abusing the system. For example, you have really pro level players coming down to the newbie level, and they would transfer their legendaries to their main account. And you have other newbies with legendary gear that legendary players just farm their account, and then they send it to their main account, or they, it's basically prevents duplication, or it lessens duplication, because persons duplicate their accounts and they trade with their own self to get richer. So it kind of breaks the system a little bit. It's like a loophole. Also, what it does is that it players who does that, right? They bully new players. For example, if a new player clicks raid and a other pro player that has legendary gear, if that legendary player raids the new player base, because the new player is not going to have much legendary stuff, but that other person who has the legendary will just kill the new player and wipe their base. So it creates a toxic environment for other players. So that's why a lot of persons got mad because they're at a low level. They keep their level low and they abuse the system. They abuse the new beginner player. It's a sad reality, but yeah, it's a thing. They abuse the new players and stuff. So the devs they did fix that issue. So that's the reason why at first I thought to myself that's the reason why, but I actually checked with the dev and they said that's the reason why, to prevent players from abusing the system. So that is really good. That's a really good update. Now it's not going to be good for persons who hate, or for persons who don't want to level up and play. Because if you have legendary, it makes sense, right? If you have legendary, you should at least be at a strong level. You should be a strong player in your level wise to then be able to get matched with other players with the same experience rather than staying at a low level and beating every single new player. Because keep in mind, if a regular player farms zones, they will automatically level up. Even if they don't want to level up, they would gain experience and they would level up. Hence, they probably wouldn't have certain gears and stuff. So when the level cap is there, it really balances the game in regards to PvP. So no persons with legendary will definitely get matched with persons with legendary, versus persons who only have purple will most likely be matched with persons that have purple, because there is a certain rule when it comes on to bases, or there's a certain rule when it comes on to matching in zones. Is that you're based off your class. So if you have a max class of level 4, you'll get matched with level 4 class. And that's if you're solo, of course. If you're solo, if you go into the zones, if your max class is level 4, even if you have a level 3 equipped, you might get matched with level 4s as well. You will get matched with level 4s, I should say. So once you get matched with level 4s, if you only have purple equipped, then your PowerPoint will have you match with other persons with purple, right? And depending on your level as well. So, if you're below 90, then you won't be able to get matched with legendaries. So that will prevent players from receiving toxicity from the game. For example, if you have a purple weapon, or if you have a purple set, I think that's a third or fourth. I think it's a third tier. Purple is I think purple is a fourth or third tier, because I think you have common, uncommon, then you have blue rarity, then you have purple. So purple rarity, if you have that equipped and then you go to the zone, then what will happen is that you can't get matched with a legendary, because if a legendary player kills you and you don't have a legendary, you won't have a chance to go back to kill back that player, right? So you can see how having legendary at low level really breaks the PvP system. What it does is that it really corrupts the game, man. Because if I am a person who have only blue and purple, and I go to the zone and then a legendary comes and kill me, I have zero chances of going back to take revenge, because that player is going to kill me again if I don't have legendary equipped. So you have to be at a certain level to have legendary equipped to then be able to fight in PvP. So that's a good beginner tip for players who are new to the game. Another thing that you should know is that we have a new mission, or a new type mission for the Tavern Lady. So the Tavern Lady, you got to be at a specific level, of course, to unlock that missions. But the Tavern Lady gives really good missions here, man. Because we're able to now get Blue Bag as free-to-play players to help bring back resources to the base. Probably you want to farm the, Force of Whispers, or Baldur's Cliff, or you want to farm any other zones, or even Odin's, right? Once you have a Blue Bag as a new beginner player, you can go ahead and bring stuff back to the base. So that makes the game more easier and more fun to be able to, just bring a blue bag and bring back stuff to the base pretty faster, rather than have a basic bag And that basic bag is really not it sometimes. When it comes down to bringing stuff back, it's really not it. It can't hold a large amount. Vice versa, the blue bag is able to. So that's a really good update when it comes on to for new players, of course. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to speak to this Terrality. Got to be level 12. Okay, so it level requires. So got to be level 12. We're almost there. But you can get some special missions from that lady, and you'll get a chest. So within that chest, you'd have to you can choose whatever you want to choose. If you want to choose a green weapon or green armor, or if you want to choose the uh, whether it be the bag, the blue bag, and then be able to use those. That's gonna be good. So we're gonna do here. We're gonna farm a little bit in the green zone for this series here, and just to level up a little bit. Get to our level up a little bit. So we're starting this series here, 2025. Absolutely beautiful. Also, we do have a new server, which is the new Midgard server, or the Midgard server, which is absolutely beautiful. You can basically refresh in that server if you want to, but this series was started in West Europe, or main Asia, I should say. Get started here, taking a bunch of stuff. And this is free to play, guys. Keep in mind, this is free to play. We haven't purchased anything yet. So we'll just continue here to take some stuff here. You can see a similar player here. This is a actual player. It's a beginner player, so this guy has just started off. He's at level 25. Of course, you should check the chest and stuff, but we're just gonna go ahead and loot the whole zone here. Another beautiful thing about the, as a new player is that once you're doing the missions, for example, you're chopping down trees and stuff, your season will be automatically completed here. So we have a mission that says that we should go ahead and chop 20 trees right here. You can see we have 20. So we basically have like 9 more trees to chop. Then we'll get season points that goes towards our season right here. And of course, if we get some seasonal coins as well, that will then contribute to, you can get crates here, probably get blue gear. But if you get these blue gear, just keep in mind that you got to be at a specific level to go ahead and equip these blue gear. Or if you want green gear, you can go for a green crate. Or you could just save everything here to eventually purchase the scythe, which is a legendary scythe. Now, of course, you got to be over level 100 to get this here. But of course, you could purchase whatever you need once you have completed the season here. That's a good perk to the game here. That's a good perk for free-to-play players. Of course, if you're watching this after the season's ended, probably there's another token or another currency that you should probably get from this season to then be able to use those currency to purchase stuff in game. So that's a good thing when it comes down to new players, because the game is much more easier, to be honest. It's not that difficult as new players because you don't get matched with rune players because you don't have runes. So that's the thing about the zones as well. Just a tip is that once you have, for example, you have a green gear, you'll get matched with persons that possibly have green gears as well. Or if they have a specific battle points as you'll get matched with that. But if a rune player if the person is pretty ruined and you don't have runes, then you will not get matched with that person who don't have runes, because you get matched based off your horse, the horse points that they give, the mount points, power points that they give. Also, you get matched based off your personal battle points and also your highest class and also your gear score as well. So it's multiple different reasons to get matched in zones. So keep that in mind for new beginner players that are pretty new to the game. So that's a good thing when it comes down to the game here. Also, as a new player, you get to unlock a bunch of blueprints pretty faster, right? That's pretty good that they add that to the game, and that will make your life or quality of life much more easier. The only thing that I want them to put back in store is the teleport device. Oh, there it is. We did unlock the Tavern lady. Okay. So what we're going to do immediately here is go to our personal district. This makes it more fun, right? Because if you're able to complete some simple missions, you get some points, and then you can get a bunch of chests from the Tavern lady. Absolutely beautiful. Also, for new beginner players as well, you should keep in mind to go to your personal district to then be able to get silvers from your NPC in the district. You want to log on daily. Keep in mind, daily, you have to go to your personal district daily to collect your tax. Those are coins or silvers, I should say. Why I keep saying coins, man? Silver. Gotta get silvers from the NPC right down here. But I would have to build up my district here. My district, I gotta keep in mind that this is absolutely, I'm really new here in regards to this survey here. I'm level 12. So I'd have to literally do some missions here. But it says to bring log. We have log. Pretty simple. Boom. We got silvers and we'll get meat. Pretty nice. You can see here we got some meat. Okay, so it says I have no task for you. Come back tomorrow. So you gotta click here. You can see we could collect 10 more silvers here. So it's a good way to get silvers, of course. Do this daily. Let's go ahead and also claim that. And also we have missions here as well. I just gotta click and it says to kill the, okay, we gotta kill a, this is a boss, right, in Olheim Vault. We have to kill that to get a green weapon and also more points here. So I think we should probably go to that location here. But that would be in the next free-to-play video. So catch you guys in a bit. Appreciate y'all for watching and peace. Free-to-play series is back, baby.